Hello everybody, in this video we're going to work with nested data. So lists inside lists, dictionaries inside lists, lists inside dictionaries, and dictionaries inside dictionaries. Alright, let's get going. So in this video we're going to be looking at nested data structures. So that means data structures inside of data structures, and there's a straightforward rule for how to use all of these. And that is to remember the syntax for basic lists and dictionaries, and then apply substitution as you would do in algebra. And I'll show how that works right now. So the first one we're going to look at is lists in lists. You might do something like this for tic-tac-toe, connect 4, or maybe matrix algebra of some sort. Your list inside a list will look something like this. This is what a tic-tac-toe board might look like. And the problem is this. I know the outside list, the name of the outside list, but I need to access the items of the inside list. So the question is, how do I do that? Well, this outside list here is a list, so it follows the basic rule, which is list bracket index is equal to the item. And the outside list items are these lists right here. And again, these outside list items are lists, and we're going to call this inside lists. And because these inside lists are also lists, they also follow the rule, which is list bracket index is equal to the item. But that gives me a problem because I have a variable for the outside list, but I don't have one for the inside list. And I'm going to solve this with substitution. So from 1 and 2, I know that outside list bracket outside index is equal to the inside list. And so I can make a substitution here for the inside list. And when I do, I get outside list bracket outside index. Bracket inside index is equal to the inside item. Now that might be a little bit complicated to see, but I'm going to show it in action. So hopefully it makes it more clear. All right, so in this example, I have a tic-tac-toe board, which I've called board. I'm going to print out the index 0 of that board. Then it gives me 1, 0, minus 1. Everything matches up as I expect. This one is pretty simple. Okay, so now I'm going to use the formula that I got from before. And I want to print out index 1 of that inner list. So the way I'm going to do that is my outer list, bracket my first index, and then bracket my second index. So it'll be bracket 0, bracket 1. And when I do that, when I print that out, it prints out a 0 as I expect. All right, so now I'm going to alter that item. And I'll alter the item in the same way that I print the item. So I'm accessing it with list bracket 0. That's the outer index. And then the inner index, bracket 1. And I'll change that here. And when I print it out, I've changed it to 1. And when I print it out, it's also 1 as I expect. Because these items are lists, I can do anything that I want to do that I would normally do with a list. So I could append something to it. I'm going to do that right now. So board 0 is this first list, 1, 0, minus 1. I'll append a 9999 to it. When I print it out, it shows that 9999 being there. I can also get rid of that 9999. So I'm going to remove or pop the third index. And when I do, and when I print it out, it goes back to what it was before, 1, 0, minus 1. And this is what I expect. I can also, if I want to, loop over a list of lists. So it's basically for variable in list. And when I do that, and it prints out the items one by one, and items happen to be lists. So each of these is a list. So next up, I have dictionaries inside of a list. So in this example, I have Steph Curry's output by game. I know the outside list, I have a variable for that, but I need the inside items. I might need the point for a particular game. I've kept my data as a list because I need to preserve the order. For instance, I need to know what Steph did in game 1, in game 2, or game 3. Again, I need the order, and that's why I'm using the list. All right, so how do I get the data for a particular game? Well, I know that list bracket index is equal to the list item. This is just the general rule of lists. I also know that each of these list items is a dictionary. I also know that dictionary bracket key is equal to a value. So then I do substitution because I know the list bracket index is equal to a dictionary. And then I can substitute the list bracket index into this dictionary right here. And what I end up with is list bracket index bracket key is equal to the value, or all these numbers right here. So I'll show this in action so you can see it more clearly. So right away, I'm going to show what we just derived. List bracket index bracket key is equal to a value. So here I'm taking Steph bracket 0. So that's the 0 index. And the key will be points. So that should be 23. And it is. Next, I'll show changing this. So let's say I made a typo. Actually, Steph had 24 points instead of 23. So line 6 will change the value. I'll print it out in line 7. And as you see, everything is as expected. Next, I'm going to show how to add a key to this dictionary. So let's say I wanted to keep track of rebounds as well. So we know when we have just a dictionary, it's dictionary bracket key equals the value. That's how we add something in. And using the same substitution, I'll do Steph bracket 0 bracket rebounds is equal to 4, and that adds rebounds into the dictionary. Last thing I'm going to do is loop over the list. Remember, Steph is a list, so I can loop over it just as I loop over any list, printing out the dictionaries, and there you go. All right, so now we'll look at the situation where lists are the value of the dictionary. So you might have something like this, where each homework assignment is an item in a list. Once again, we have the same problem. We know this outside dictionary, but we don't know how to access these inside items. So how do we do this? Well, we know the same thing as before. Dictionary bracket key is equal to the value. We also know that each of these values is a list. Next, we know that in general, list bracket index is equal to the item. Once again, we'll do a substitution. We know the dictionary bracket key is a list. So we're going to substitute that dictionary bracket key in for the list. And when we do, to get an item, we use dictionary bracket key bracket index to get that item. You can also use the same methodology to figure out how to add items to the list or to remove items from that list. It's all the same methodology. So we're going to show it here in action. I'm going to show what we just showed. Dictionary bracket key bracket index is equal to the item. So here the dictionary is assignments underscore dict. The key is homeworks. And the index is -1, which remember is the last item on the list. And when I print that out, it prints out 80 as I expect. In the next one, I'm going to change that item. So it's pretty much the same. Dictionary bracket key bracket index is equal to the changed item. So I make that change here. And when I print it out, it's 65 as I expect. And so for this last example, we're going to add an item to the list. So maybe we have a new homework assignment we need to grade. So this syntax will be dictionary bracket key dot append. And the item you want to append is in the parentheses. So here it is happening. Here I'm printing it out. And as you see, I've added the item 75 to the list. All right, this last example we're going to look at is dictionary is values of dictionary. Sort of standard example you see on the internet is one with students, where the key is a student ID, and the value is a dictionary that contains information about that student. So once again, we have the same problem. We know the name of the dictionary, but we don't know how to get inside, how to get these values of the dictionary. To solve this problem, we're going to do basically the same thing. We know that dictionary bracket key is equal to a value, and we know that these values are also dictionaries. And so for those dictionaries, again, dictionary bracket key is equal to the value. Once again, we do a substitution. The first dictionary bracket key is a dictionary, so we can substitute that into the second dictionary. And when we do, we get dictionary, the first dictionary, bracket key 1, bracket key 2 is equal to the last value, which is a string. So I'll show that in action just so you can see how it works. So on this first one, we're just showing the dictionary bracket key is equal to the value, and that the value is a dictionary. And here it is right here. On the second one, we're showing what we just showed, derivation. Dictionary bracket key 1, bracket key 2 is equal to the value, equal to the string. So this is what I'm trying to show. And here's the printout of that second value, Sam. If I want to change it, it's basically the same thing. Dictionary bracket key 1, bracket key 2 is equal to the new value. So here I'm changing the name from Sam to Joe. And here's the printout right there. I can also loop over these dictionaries with a for. So here I'm printing out the dictionaries. So this is the record for each student. And finally, I can also do a double loop where I'm looping over both keys in both dictionaries to get each individual value. And here's how it looks right here. All right, here are the solutions to the lab. You should try them first, but just in case you can't do it, again, here are the solutions. So lists in lists. This one wants me to change the number 4 to 999 and then print out that list number. So I'm going to add something right here, only there, and it wants me to change, and it wants me to change the number 4 to 999. So let's change that now. Numbers, and I need the first index, which is 0, 1, and then the second index, which is 0. And I'm going to change that to 999. Let's run it and print it out, and that's good. Okay, dictionaries in lists. So in this one, I want to change the points for game 2 to 99. So right now, the points for game 2 is 21. So I need to change that. So how do I access that? I go stats bracket, and that's the 0, 1, index of 1, which gives me this dictionary. And then to change the points, I need the key, and I'm going to set that to 99. So print that and run that, and there you go. It works. Next one, lists as values in dictionaries. So I'm going to find the test that's a 70 and change that to a 75. So right here, this is the key tests. And the value is a list, 70, 80, 90, a list of 70, 80, 90. So to change that, I go dictionary, and then the key, and then to change the index 0, I do this, and I'm going to change it to 75. And then it wants me to print out the test index 0, so print, I'll access it in pretty much the same way that I changed it. And there you go, that works. Okay, lists as values in dictionaries, 2. So this time, I have tests again as my key, and here's my list of tests, and I'm going to add a test, one more test, and that test is 100. So how does that work? Well, I go dictionary, bracket key, and that gives me the value. The value is a list. And how do I add to lists? I use out a pen. And what am I adding to that list? I'm adding a 100. And then it wants me to print out the test, all the test scores. So, and this is a typo here. It wants me to print out all of the test scores. So dictionary, bracket key. Again, that's a list of all the test scores. So when I do that, I have a mistake. It's because the key is actually tests and not test. And there you go, it's correct. Last one, we're looking at dictionaries as values in dictionaries. So this example is a standard example of students where the keys are student IDs. So it wants me to change the name Joe to Sam and then print out the name of that student. So for Joe, the key is 0002. So we got dictionary, bracket key, 0002. 0002. And that gives me this. And to get the first name, I need to get the key, which is first name. First name. And I'm going to change that. Right now it's Joe. I'm going to change it to Sam. And then I'll print out the name. And how do I do it? I print it out in pretty much the same way that I change it. Let's see if that works. And it does. And I'm done. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Hope that was useful to you. And if it was, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.